Pokemon has recently gotten a big upgrade. With the release of Pokemon Champions, there's been a lot of new competitive play, and the barrier to entry for competitive Pokemon is lower than ever before. But you might be asking yourself,
where does this guy get in the mix for all of this?
well, let me tell you. Okay, I haven't even hardly opened Pokemon Champions. I've hardly even touched the game. I've hardly touched competitive Pokemon at all. So I wanted to give myself a challenge. I wanted to pick the worst possible Pokemon available in Pokemon Champions and win a battle with them. Now you might be thinking,
Oh, Blaze, what's the worst Pokemon? How do you determine the worst Pokemon?
well, it's exactly like you'd expect. You want Pokemon that no one likes. You want Pokemon that no one uses. You want Pokemon. There's a spider. Oh! And what may those Pokemon be, you may be asking yourself. Let me tell you. For my first team member, I had to pick a Pokemon that had to be from the original 151 that was available in Pokemon Champions. One of the worst Pokemon in Champions that has like 0 usage, and that's Arbok. Now, you wouldn't expect Arbok to be on this team and be on this list. Oh, but he is. But I tell you what, Arbok was probably the MVP of this entire run. Pokemon number 2. Also, from Gen 2, we got Houndoom. Houndoom doesn't get a lot of use in competitive play because Houndoom isn't very good competitively, and Mega Houndoom isn't very good competitively. But Dark Fire type, cool dog, it's competitively bad. It fits the team. For Pokemon number 3, we skip Gen 3 and we go all the way to Generation 5. This is where the video gets a little interesting because I could have picked all 3 of the monkeys. And I picked Semi-Poor, and I'll tell you why later because I had a really good idea with another Pokemon. With that, let's get into the next one, and that's Forretress. I needed some type of coverage against Dragon types. Forretress is terrible in this game. Floette is better in this game than Forretress. So I want to put some respect on Forretress' name, and that's exactly what we did. Pokemon number 5, from Gen 5, we got Watchog. Probably the worst normal type in the game. For Pokemon number 6, I chose, again, a Pokemon from Gen 6. But I chose Furfrou, a Pokemon that you don't see. It's not popular, it's not good competitively, it doesn't get used at all. But I actually really enjoyed Furfrou. But that's where Pokemon is fun. Using Pokemon that don't get used with moves that don't get used on that Pokemon, and somehow it works. So I worked, and I trained, and I did everything I could to get these Pokemon battle ready in about 5 minutes. And then I jumped right into a practice match.
Ceruledge. Okay, Furfrou. Okay, this is not a bad matchup. Okay.
So with this Furfrou set, I have Furfrou with Rain Dance and Surf to accommodate Semi-Poor. Now, this is a really good matchup against Ceruledge because it basically does nothing, so this person sends out Gengar, and then I go for Surf to get off some damage. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, I have Crunch, so I'll use that, and I absolutely destroy this guy's Gengar.
There's no way. There's no way.
And then he sends out Blaziken. So I go, okay, well, let me switch out into Arbok here for the read, and it went so well. I get the Intimidate drop, he closed combat, so he gets more stat drops, and Arbok just eats it like a champ. And then Arbok Earthquakes, and down goes Blaziken.
Wow, you're getting cooked.
Ceruledge comes in, and unfortunately takes out Arbok. And then I have Furfrou using Surf, doesn't quite take out the Ceruledge, but then I use Surf one more time to seal the game.
I know it's just a casual battle, like a practice, but that's still a dub. A dub's a dub, baby.
Yeah, the video over. Practice. I won the bruh. Then I was like, okay, you know what? This is a practice match. Let's get into some ranked matches. And I got humbled.
Yeah, we're cooked. We're so cooked.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
But I tell you what, there were some really, really good matchups where I was this close to winning, but I didn't quite make it.
So in this battle, this person wins with Dragonite, I lead with Arbok, and then immediately decide to switch out into Florges. Dragonite goes for an Ice Beam, and Florges takes it pretty well. Then comes in Charizard, which I go for Moonblast, and Charizard obviously resists that. Then I switch out into Semi-Poor, And then this is where I think I'm losing, because he evolves into Mega Charizard, but I also am a water type and I have Ice Beam, so it's also not too bad. But he does a good read and he has the Swords Dance. And then in comes Garchomp, but Semipour goes for Fake Out because I can do that.
We're gonna go with Ice Beam here.
Oh, we outspeed! You live on 9.
Oh, that's depressing. Oh, we lived. Semipour takes out a Garchomp, bro. That's crazy.
And then the Dragonite comes back in, so with Semipour, I'm thinking, okay, let's just Ice Beam again. That seemed to work pretty well.
But I'll try an Ice Beam. Oh my gosh, we did outspeed. Okay, yeah, you're definitely a lot bulkier, which is fine, but that's great damage. Draco Meteor, that's gonna lower your stats too. Got a Draco Meteor just to take out a Semipour.
Dragonite then goes for Fire Blast on Florges. I'm able to take that pretty well. Florges goes for Moon Blast to take down Dragonite. Then in comes the Mega Charizard, goes for Flame Charge and gets his speed up. Florges puts off a Moon Blast. I'm thinking this is going to be it, or very close to it, and it was very close. He's left with 9% left. Takes down Florges with another attack.
Outrage? That's not killing. There's no way.
So I battled more. I was determined to win at least one battle. And then this happened.
Okay, we have a good start. We have a very, very, very good start here. I'm gonna predict the switch. There's no way you don't switch it. Okay, you do. You don't. You stay in. Hex. I'll take the free nasty plot. Okay. Very good start. Very good start. We're gonna go for the Dark Pulse. We're already +2. Oh! Scary face. That's a good move. At this point, you're gonna lower my speed. Oh, what? Oh, I have White Herb. I have White Herb. So we're gonna outspeed again. And you have Arcanite's fast though. Yeah. No way.